right, we're live. Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. Remember, folks, if you're new to the channel, there's plenty more where that came from. Go check it out. If you like it, smash that like button, smash that sub button, and ring that bell for notifications so let you know when more of my content hits your screen. This is going to be talking about some updates for the All-In show going on in Chicago in September. We are finally getting some much needed details for this show. And we haven't known for a while what we were really getting. We didn't know if we were just going to get like just a complete surprise card. We knew, we started knowing who was going to be on the show. We just haven't known up until recently any of the matches, other than from the press conference when the tickets went on sale that day. We knew that Cody Rhodes was going to be featured in the main event, wrestling for the NWA Championship. And over the last couple months, Nick Aldis has, been voicing his, how do we say this, displeasure and all that. And it's been very fun watching Cody's journey and Nick Aldis as champ unfold on the YouTube channel, on Ring of Honor television, has had a lot of the storylines. Anthony Phillips is in the chat this evening. What happened to Deonna Purrazzo? Deonna Purrazzo got signed by the WWE. That's another update. That's I was going to bring up. You beat me to the punch. That's okay. That's all right. We'll talk about that. It was reported recently that she signed with the WWE, and we should know that over the last several years, we know that when independent stars do sign with the company, WWE gives them say X amount of dates to finish up their indie shows, say goodbye to the independent scene, if you will. She was supposed to be on that Rise of the Knockouts show as well, but it was either through technical difficulties or she wasn't allowed to be shown on the show, that we didn't see her on that show either. So I'm guessing it's either or. It's either that's going to be going on after her actual start date, or they just didn't want her seen on the show. So, hey, Timothy's in the chat too. Welcome. So yeah, no Deonna Purrazzo. But hey, best of luck to her in the WWE. Hope things go well for her. She's a very talented up-and-comer. I've got some matches in my watch later list on YouTube that I'm going to be watching. One of them's with Matt Riddle. It's like, oh my God, Matt Riddle. It's going to be some crazy intergender wrestling there. So, but yeah, by all means, go check out what she's done. Unfortunately, she's not going to be part of this all-in event, which is just, it's big, and it's also a big mystery. So let's talk about what we recently found out. We recently found out some more people involved in it. We've got SCU. We've got Christopher Daniels. We got Kazarian and Scorpio Sky from Ring of Honor are also going to be on the show. To what extent, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'm guessing it's going to be a 3-on-3, maybe. That's a guess. They're a team, you know. They weren't. How do I say this? They weren't introduced individually, you know. So, so yeah. I suppose I wouldn't mind seeing a 3-on-3, you know, or maybe, you know, seeing that's the thing about this show with the match that I'm about to tell you guys about that was just recently announced. I'm assuming we're going to get some more matches announced on here that we wouldn't typically see anywhere else. You could almost say they're fantasy booking this. They want it to be special. They want it to be unique. So yeah, let's just talk about the match that was announced. We got Marty Scurll versus Okada. That's something that you're not going to see on Ring of Honor television. That's something that you're not going to see on New Japan Pro Wrestling television or on one of their events. Marty Scurll is part of he's part of the Bullet Club, but more importantly, he's of a smaller stature. He's part of the, what do they call them? Junior heavyweights is what I believe they call them in New Japan. So, you know, Okada's the heavyweight. He's been a heavyweight. Was champ for God knows how long. So, to see these two go at it is something that's completely out of the blue. I think it's two unique styles, and it's certainly two groups that have had, you know, some clashing in the past. So you got Bullet Club against Chaos. So that right there is good. I like it. You know, and I'm still kind of new to some of the New Japan stuff. I've been following it a little more closely over the last few years. I don't talk about it much just because I don't watch it as often as some others. But what else? What's the final thing we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about Flip Gordon, who, if you've watched the Being the Elite series, which is very funny, if you have not watched it, please go watch it. It's been very entertaining. Watching the road to All In, involving everyone from the Bullet Club. It's most of it's comedic, you know, but you just got to go watch it. So Flip Gordon has been trying like everything, like gangbusters, to get included in this All In show. Cody Rhodes keeps telling Flip, you're not booked. And he keeps coming up with reasons for, you know, to not book him. Now, in the back of our heads, we all know, or I should say knew, that somehow, some way, Flip was going to get on this show. There's no way this would get this much attention to have him not be on the show. There's been some others quietly, I'm sure, around that have been like, hey, I'd like to be a part of it, you know, but it's never been brought to the, you know, to the fans' eyes or whatever like this. So on the other side of Being the Elite, there is the road of the NWA champion Nick Aldis, who is booked in the main event like Cody. And he was recently informed from Billy Corgan, per memo, that his next opponent, which is coming up, I believe, next weekend on the 20th. I know it's on the, okay, yeah, it's on the 20th. It's Honor for All in Nashville. Flip Gordon is taking on Nick Aldis. What I'm assuming is going to headline the show. And that's crazy. Cody Rhodes was just going for the Ring of Honor Championship, and that was part of the barter from Nick Aldis saying, you get that Ring of Honor Championship, and we'll do belt for belt at All In. That didn't happen. Jay Lethal is now champion. And no, I'm not going to get into that side story of what's going on personally with Jay Lethal. That's another discussion for another time, if I decide to talk about it at all. But anyways, so yeah, Jay's champion. Cody Rhodes lost his chance to become Ring of Honor champion. He went for it twice in one weekend and was unsuccessful, while Nick Aldis was at ringside. So that put up a big question of, okay, now what does Cody do? Is he still going to be booked for the main event and All In for the NWA Championship? What people didn't realize is that there could have been a giant swerve in the plans. Now, this isn't a given. It's just a very interesting setup. To have the guy who's been trying to get on the All-In show from day one would not be allowed to be booked is now possibly going to be brought in because he could end up being NWA champion. I absolutely love this story. It's one of the more interesting things, in my opinion, that's going on in the world of wrestling right now. Notice I went live at 7 while Raw is on, and I could give two hoots and a crap about what's going on Raw right now. Oops. Bumped my mic. So yeah. Flip Gordon, who is not booked, has a chance on a Ring of Honor event to go for the NWA Championship. If he wins, he's going to headline against Cody. Timothy says, do you think Cody can get the belt back before All In? No, I don't think so. Well, I mean, there's always a possibility they could do something at some event. I don't know what all events are going on. I think it also kind of depends on what happens in Jay Lethal's situation, because of the allegations against him. Said I wasn't going to talk about it. Now I'm talking about it. Whatever. There's always a possibility. It's professional wrestling. You never say never, and anything can happen, right? Anything can get booked at any time. Hell, look what happened. The first thing off the top of my head as far as things literally out of nowhere. Back in, oh gosh, I don't even remember what year it was. The big gold belt was all of a sudden awarded to Triple H from Eric Bischoff back in the day, so that both shows, Raw and SmackDown, could have a championship. That goes back a little bit, kids. Just saying, anything could happen, you know? Could there be a situation because of the company wanting to save face and get out of trouble just in case of Jay Lethal's situation and set up a championship sometime, somewhere for a new champion? Absolutely. That could very well happen. It could happen at the All In event, for crying out loud. Cody could go versus Jay Lethal and double book himself in the main event. There you go. Who knows? I mean, who knows? A million different things could happen between now and All In. I mean, it's coming up really quick. We're less than 2 months away, and we're finally just now, learning matches. And they've got some incredible people on the show, but it's, I think people, I mean, it's sold out. So, they could book it however the hell they want to, but they still want to make it special. So I'm going to be very curious to see how the next less than 2 months play out with different championships. Obviously going to be keeping a very close eye on the Nick Aldis Flip Gordon match coming up next weekend. Next Friday? Let me look at my calendar. It's behind my monitor here. Yep, next Friday. Not this coming, next Friday. Down in Nashville. Yeah, that's crazy. And I would not be surprised in the least if Cody's at ringside with Brandy and that bear. One of the bears, both of the bears. I don't know. It's goofy. So, but I'm very excited for it. Flip is tremendous. I don't think he's faced anyone like Aldis before, but he's been in the ring with some tremendous people in his short time in the ring. I've become a fan of Flip and know that he is absolutely, without a doubt, the future of Ring of Honor wrestling and or professional wrestling itself. Chuck B is in the chat. J-Bone, you look like an intellectual with the new glasses and the beard. You look tough. Outsiders, literally, with the long goatee. Oh, I had a long goatee about a half a year ago. It was like down to like here. That was ridiculous. I don't know why I grew that thing out that long. It was because I never did it before. Thanks, Chuck. Oh yeah. I'm just a wrestling historian. No, I'm really not. My senility affects me a lot more while I'm live, and it's horrible. I forget stuff that I try to remember, and I just try to move on and not make a complete ass of myself on here. So, but thank you all for tuning in. That's pretty much all my thoughts on this. No Deonna Purrazzo, unfortunately. We got SCU at All In. Will be interesting to see how they're booked. And Flip Gordon has the opportunity to become All In if he wins the NWA Championship from Nick Aldis. I gotta say, I've got a lot of respect for Nick Aldis. I think he's been taking this 10 pounds of gold all around the world. And I got nothing but love and respect for him. But I got a feeling he's not going to be NWA champion much longer. And to see where Ring of Honor and or Billy Corgan and the NWA are taking this, I can't wait to see where it goes. I mean, they're really telling a story, which has lacked so much in professional wrestling over the last, I don't know how many years. Which is why I've, refocused the channel completely on stuff that's pretty much not WWE. And it's not hating on the WWE. It's just ever since Mania, there's just been this huge lack of focus, in my opinion. There's people out there that just watch it all the time, no matter what they do. But then I realized I was watching it more out of habit than actually wanting to. Like, oh, I got to tune in. I got to tune in. then all of a sudden it clicked one day, and I was like, no, I actually don't. Because I'm not looking forward to anything that they're doing right now. Why am I watching? That's why I'm taking a break, and I'm focusing on more stuff like this, on the All In, Impact Wrestling, Lucha Underground, you know? And so am I losing some viewers? Yeah, probably, but I'm also gaining more subs at the same time because I think there's other people out there that are starting to think like me. And I'm not saying you got to think like me, but this is what I'm doing. And if you're coming along for the ride, it's greatly appreciated. So that's going to wrap up this one. Like I said, can't wait to see where this goes. The All In show's coming up sooner than later, folks. It's right around the corner. I'll be there in the nosebleeds. Got the tickets. Very excited. And between now and then, we are going to try not to piss off Cody Rhodes anymore. You are awesome. More Chris Phoenix, please. Oh, thank you, Chuck. Chuck, you are too kind. Yeah, you know, I have him on for my Lucha Underground reviews when he's up for it. You know, his work schedule / personal life is overwhelming at times. And I'm just going to leave it at that. You know, that's his business. But when I am able to have him on, it's, you know, I really feel like he does bring something special to the show. So thank you, Chuck. It's much appreciated. Thank you for the feedback. Much love back to you, sir. So that's going to wrap up this one. Thank you for watching. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, there's plenty more where that came from. Smash that sub button, the like button, and ring that bell for notifications so that you know when more of my stuff hits your screen. Now, don't know what the hell I'm going to do now. I'm going to go watch something, I guess. Y'all have a great evening and the rest of your week, and I'll be back here in a couple nights probably for some Lucha Love, reviewing the next Lucha Underground. Have a good one.